Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome and hello to another edition of the Ohm Service Live. Our new time at 7:30 on the dot there. We've done well. With me, Mark from SoulOhm Reviews. We've got Steve from Tales of the Ohm, and we've got our special guest. He's which side? That side. He's that side of me. It's Harley from Vape Mill. Hello and welcome. Hello everybody in chat. How are we all?
I'm hoping we're all fabulous.
Oh, good. I thought you was going to talk to me then. I thought you was
No. Sorry,
silence.
Like I say, I was late. I was buggering about. Oh, sorry.
First thing.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm guessing you two are knackered then after you've been in shop all day.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get my energy out all day so I could be nice and calm for this nice, chilled out, relaxing show.
Do you know what I've had the problem of? Is getting back into it. I know it sounds weird, but getting actually back into it, remembering where everything is, remembering till and all that good stuff. It took me a while. On Monday, I was literally, because I thought I was going to be opening up, and I'm thinking, what's code for alarm? I'm walking down having to try and remember code. It's like, is it?
My biggest problem has been wearing pants. 84 days without wearing pants. It's not an easy habit to get back into.
So how's your day been, sir?
It's been usual, mate. Same old for me. I've not been locked up for ages. I've just been going to work as normal, so it's great.
I tell you one thing, this getting up early, lark, I'm not used to that.
Oh, it's not good, is it?
No, not like that. Not at all. It's very no.
What about you, Harley? Did you have the body clock problem? Because people seem to sort of get a bit funky.
Well, for about 2 years, I've had a really bad problem with not being able to go to sleep till like 3 o'clock in the morning, then not being able to wake up in the morning. And our last user says, "Oh, you do wake up, you just go back to sleep." And I generally couldn't remember waking up. I'd have a conversation where you go back to sleep, not remember the conversation, and I just would not wake up. But last month, I read a book about using your subconscious to ask for things and all this rubbish. And I thought, I know. So now during the day, I'm like, I need to be up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I need to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning, whatever time it is. And I just power it into myself that day. Not like obsessively, just keep reminding yourself. And every day for the last 3 weeks, I've been up bang on time. So I've
been told that you can hit your head on your pillow how many times, so many times, and that'll wake you up. I'd be alright if I went to sleep. I'm still having a job. So like since lockdown, it's been terrible. It's so like I'm tired. I'm ready for bed, so I go to bed. I'll lay on my pillow. I've kissed my wife goodnight and all that good stuff, and then all of a sudden, my body goes, "No, you're not tired. You're wide awake." Did it last night. I was up until about 3 o'clock this morning.
No, you were.
Just wide awake. It's like, no good. So, Stevie, are you going to say hello to people in Chatty Poos?
I am. Mr. Richards, good evening. Mr. Doyle, thank you for joining us. Jumpmeister, you're right, dude. Craig Campbell, thank you for joining us. Gaily Bops, Uggles. Lots of friendly fingers. Mr. Spears, good evening. Jason Lee, good evening. Jenny, hello. Huggles!
Harley, you can join in with the Huggles.
Kentucky Bill.
Facebook.
Thank you for Sunday, mate. I had such a good
Sunday was awesome. It was a really good show.
Just remember, if you're in Gainsborough and you need a taxi, look for the handsome bald one. Mike's Max, how you doing, mate? Key!
Mods and pods. Mods and pods. Mods and pods and mods and pods.
You lost it, son.
I had to have it in the first place.
Good evening, Ryans. Terry, Sheboygan Smooth Transitions. How you doing, dude? Simon Scott, good evening. Skin Vapor, nice to see you, mate. Smooth.
Schmoof.
Stuart Ayrton. I'm glad to say both winners from the previous two draws now have their kits. Tony's arrived this afternoon, and Stuart got his the other day. Tetley, how are you doing, dude? And of course, last but by no means least, the legend that is Vaping Irish.
Irish. Vapey Vapes as well. Fist bump. Hello.
Oh, did I miss one?
Yeah, JP Vapes.
Oh, sorry, JP. Yeah, JP with his new logo.
Very posh logo, that. So, tonight's show, we will be mainly talking about shops and all that good stuff, and obviously we'll be talking about Harley as well, and Vape Mill and all that good stuff. We have got a SoulOhm's bottom drawer. What's coming up on the SoulOhm's bottom drawer, Mr. PFG?
Right, SoulOhm's bottom drawer this week. It's a packed one. So we have, he said, holding it against his chest so you can see it, we have the Magnum 8. Not only do we have the Magnum 8, but we have the Palo Kit by Vaporesto. Sorry, Vaptio. Get the firm right, Steve. And finally, not one, not two, but three. We've got tiny little device, the MiniFit from justfog.com. Comes in a very, very nice silver.
There you go.
So for your chance this week to pick up 3 devices, no juice, but 3 devices, enter the bottom drawer later on.
Yes. Sounds good, doesn't it?
Dirty socks and a flip-flop from the bottom drawer. Yes, thank you, Timmy.
If that's what you do, I'm sure we can arrange it, Timmy.
The underwear cost a bit extra and it's a different site, mate.
We are that were presented. It was like a full-on TV competition show. So I really hope when you later on there's a here's what you could have won. It really needs it.
Speedboat.
Would I do that?
In one. Pasty. So. So how are we going to do the show today? Are we doing the news next, or are we going to talk about our special guest and who he is?
Well, I'd like to speak about our special guest and who he is, and we'll slip the news in if there's time.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. So I'll let you start with the questions then.
Right. Harley, tell us a bit about Vape Mill, mate. Where can we find you if we want to?
I'm everywhere, I feel. We've just launched vapemill.co.uk. Well, it's not actually officially launched yet, but it's up and it's running. It's doing sales. Or in Langley Mill, Instagram, Twitter. I'm not really on Twitter that much. Or Facebook. Don't message me on Facebook either. That's not a good idea. People constantly tell me off for not replying on Facebook. Skype doesn't work properly, so I don't get messages. And a week later, I'm like, yeah, I have got M coils. Do you still need them? It's really not good.
Bless you.
So let's
Well,
go.
on YouTube as well.
Let's go really further back. Let's go way back in time, all the way. So, how did you start your vaping journey?
Oh, it were copying my mate. Tom, you won't be watching, but we'll give him a shout out. Back then, Tom had this cloudy thing, and I thought, oh, that's magical and mysterious. And so I copied him by going to the local paper shop and buying one of them cigar-like things, clearomisers. And it was awful. I also got some like 18 milligram coffee, I think, you know. You tickle your throat and it tasted like coffee. So like, I'm not using that, mate, not having me. Which I've always liked them sorts of chargers, though, where the entire battery just screws in. It's quite efficient. And then eventually, I went on to, not long after, I went on to the Vaping V3, which was a nice sonic screwdriver looking thing. And I've got the box. I found the box last week, but for the life of me, I can't find the mod, which is annoying because I had it 6 months ago. So that were it, really. And then, like a lot of people, I think I was borderline 18, so 8 years ago.
Mm.
And then, like you said, like a lot of people do our in and out of vaping for a bit. I think before I started vaping fully again, there was a big gap to the point where I came back and someone like, "Oh, do you want a Clapton?" What? No, I want some coils. Chemful. Yeah, Claptons. No, you're listening to me. I want some Chemful. Yeah, Clapton. No, so I probably didn't get what was going on. And then it quite intimidating. I know how a new vapor feels, to be fair, because I was really a completely different industry to what I left. But I dabbed in, and there you go. So in April last year, I opened Vape Mill, the shop, and I really weren't supposed to be a reviewer. It was the entire point was to bring some more attention to the shop.
Yeah.
And it very quickly took over, and it was a main focus of my day rather than it just being inside. And I still am now. For a long time, the Vape Mill Facebook page was more about the YouTube than it was about the shop. Started changing now, obviously, because of the coronavirus announcements. It started to change, but I also push it more for the online shop as well now. So the Facebook page is a bit more versified than it were 6 months ago. But it's just been one mad chaotic roller coaster. I mean, it's just amazed me how fast I've grown in. I ain't got a clue what I'm doing in reviews or in Instagram or anything. The Instagram, which I've never even used before until April last year, and I've got 7,000 followers. Facebook, we've got 1,100, 1,200. Obviously, YouTube, I've got 1,400. And it just amazes me. We obviously all have to giveaways because there's really no other reason to come. Yeah, I'm amazed, grateful, and happy to be here.
Awesome. So, are you enjoying the reviewing side of it?
For the most part. There's obviously moments. Jay Jupiter put on is, I've mentioned this quite a lot lately. Jay Jupiter put on his review of the reviewers type thing, the tiering list, that I was finding my style. And I did say to him after my one review, I'm not finding my style. There ain't a style, it just comes out, and that's it. But the reason he said that is because the expo in February in London, the washout, I'd mentioned to him that expo, even though it was dead, had given me that kick I needed to get back in gear. Because and it weren't sort of falling out of interest with vaping, it was just mental health and everything else. And I just thought things just slip away from you, don't they? And I've been, like I say, it were dead. There were no one walking about. There were pretty much only liquid stalls there, but there was still enough of an atmosphere for me to think, nah, what are you messing about? And then it weren't until during lockdown that I really went, no, come on, let's get into this. I'd got the Helvet, I can't remember, even Helvet Party here, that I had to review. And I was looking at it thinking, I can't be bothered to review it. It's been out for God knows how long. It's as popular as the Drop Dead. What's the even point? I mean, ever drop? It went with the Drop Dead, and I thought, well, what's the point in the reviewing it? Everyone knows what it is. Everyone likes it. So I just went, there you go. I'm getting it away. I'm not doing a review for 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I'll come back with something that's worth reviewing, and we'll pick up again. And since then, I think my reviews have got better. I still haven't found our style because the way sometimes I do the unboxing, sometimes I can't be bothered. It genuinely just is whatever goes. And it's I've just started doing the intro, just faded out with pictures of the item. Just before that, I was doing close-ups, so if I look here and all that. So it is an ever-changing style of me trying to improve, and then thinking that's brilliant, amazing, and a week after I think, don't like that, get rid of it. So I ain't got a clue what's happening. I don't know what's happening today. I don't know what's happening tomorrow. I am thoroughly enjoying it for the majority of the time. Like I said, there's certain things you get and you think, well, I'm reviewing this week. It's the Xtal ZQ. And to be fair, it's quite shocking because it's just a bog standard, typical pod system. But I thought, at least I ain't got to do a written review on it. And then I got it out, and it actually tastes phenomenally good. So that shocked me, but I was really not looking forward to reviewing it.
Oh, good stuff. Now, one of my favourite videos on your channel is the public service announcement by your daughter. I love that one.
Don't be ridiculous.
So if you've not seen it, head over to the Vape Mill channel on YouTube. I'll put the link in chat. It's a cracking little vid. It really is. Bless.
I've considered creating a channel for her because we've got other kids as well, but they're older. And Lily's, she's only 2, and she's got this massive confidence. She's always smiled. From the minute she came out, she has not stopped smiling. And she's so wickedly intelligent. I mean, just before her 2nd birthday, she would count to 10. You know what I mean? She's on it. And there's loads of videos on my phone where I'll sit there with camera and go, Lily, what's this? Don't be silly, Daddy. And it's just comedy gold. So I really want to get a channel where it's just me asking her silly things or doing silly things. But there's that much regulation on YouTube, understandably. Because I have thought about doing it with other kids in the past, but we've got different dads, and I thought, no, I'm not doing that. It's not happening. But with Lily, there's no one else that can object to it. So I thought, cracking. And then, like I said, it's putting her out there, and 2, it's YouTube's restrictions. And I just thought, I don't know. So I'm still edging on that. I might do it. But she's worth it, bless her. She's ace.
Well, our Aiden's just done one in his new channel. Our Aiden's got a new channel, what's called Urban LBV.
Yeah,
and he did one with the kids with the Harry Potter sweets, you know, the ones that taste like horse poo and bogies and things like that. That was funny as well. I really enjoyed that. Oh, and talking about Jasper, I just got decent. Just thought I'd let you know. That's all I got, was decent. He says he liked my reviews, but he doesn't see any reason why to go back and watch me. So, okay, cheers.
Boobs?
Pardon?
He's Mr. Boobs.
Is he Mr. Boot?
No, he's missed the boobs.
I don't show boobs.
I'm not saying you show them. They're in there. You just got to look. Get yourself over. Check the videos out.
Oh, do you mean the secret Easter eggs that are in all my videos?
The nipple eggs, yes.
Yeah, secret. Yeah, I had to giggle
There's
at
going
him.
to be 13-year-olds all over the country now going, SoulOhm, love him. No, wrong. Over 18s only, please.
Oh, definitely.
Is there any specific video to be looking for?
You'll have to just watch him from the beginning. I've got to give a shout out to Skimp Vapor. He's just released a video, and I think it was what a clever idea, and I thought it was absolutely fantastic. He scanned a load of vape reviewers and showed the first video, or a part of the first video, and their latest video, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant. There was obviously a little bro there. There was Vaping with Vic, Grim Green, Jay Hayes, Mike's reviews and all that lot. Even I was in there, and I thought it was brilliant. It was sort of like a really good booster for people that are just starting to thinking about going into reviews, showing where sort of like well-established reviewers are now compared to when they first started. I thought it was brilliant. So Skimp Vapor, fist bump. Really enjoyed that video.
I feel really bad because I still haven't watched it, and when he posted it, I did comment saying I'm going to watch it. I ain't got time. And every day I've gone right. In fact, I keep putting it on my to-do list. That's how highly prioritised I've done it. It's on my to-do list, and I still every day I've had to push it back.
Honestly,
so
it really is well worth a watch. It goes into a bit of detail at the beginning, and then it's near enough about 25 minutes, 30 minutes of literally who's who of vaping, and their first video and their latest video, and I thought it was corking, especially, you know, for people that are just getting into it and they think, oh, my camera's not right, my lighting's not right, and it just shows you how everyone all started, and I thought that was a cracking idea, really did.
And it's amazing the difference in delivery between first and last video.
Yeah, I think I were.
Hello. I mean, Your first video, Harley. How bad was it? Or are you just balls out and straight in?
I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I was putting. See, my problem is I've never watched reviews up until recently. So I had absolutely no idea what I was supposed to talk about. And I was like, this is the... No, I think I actually started with the line, hi guys, I'm Harley from Vape Mill, and this is my first review. And the camera were like that, looking up at me rather than looking... So,
Into nose.
Yeah, so... Well, it is a good topic to bring up for anyone that wants to do it. And I try and persuade people to do it. See, I still do all the time now. Just purely because there's a saying, if you wait till the perfect time to do something, or I think it's about philanthropy, if you wait till you can help everybody, you end up helping nobody. And it was so bang on. My kit's still not that. I'm looking for a new microphone now for these lives and stuff. Your setup's never going to be perfect, just like your house is never going to be perfect and everything else. Just start. It doesn't matter how terribly bad it is. And the biggest excuse is always, my camera. Now, while I've been in lockdown, I've ditched my camera. I ain't used my camera for months because I've been using my phone. Because I kind of went, the focus is better. The audio on it's better without having to use a plug-in mic, as long as there's no echo in the room. So I've just been using my phone, and that's the biggest excuse. I ain't got a camera. You've got your phone. It doesn't matter if it's low quality, it's your first video. Start.
I always remember, can you remember Ruby Roo? Her first, I think, 3 years was all done on her iPhone.
Yeah.
So it just proves it. I've got to ask, why Vape Mill? Is that because you're from Sheffield?
Because we shops in Langley Mill.
Ah, I wasn't sure if it was the Millers.
No, I got on with this with, what show I am tonight? Northern Union Vapor Show. They asked. I got into a massive conversation. I was originally going to call it Vapette. And Dad said, that'll be more appealing to females than it would be to males. And I was stuck with it. And I really liked it. Then I chose Vape Mill. Played about with logos and stuff. And the more time's gone on, the more I've kind of gone Vape Mill's. But Vape Mill's the brand. Vapette's a name of something. Vape Mill's more the brand. I like it.
Yeah, I like Vape Mill. I think Vapex sounds like, an expo or something like that, whereas Vape Mill...
No, Vapette. Yeah. And it wouldn't have sounded right, would it? Hi guys, I'm Harley from Vapette.
Hello. So you never considered D-Dar vapes or anything like that then?
Do you know, this pisses me off a bit. Right? I say V and VAR. I don't say D and R. Get that. Get VAR car out my garden. Nah. Why's VAR car even in my garden? I'm not a D-Dar. I'm a VVAR. Not the insurance. Not Viva Insurance. Completely different story.
We've got lads at work from Sheffield, and you just have to start saying D-Dar, and you can see blood pressure going.
So I've got to ask you a question then. If there's on the road, is it a hole or an hole? Or is it an oil?
That hole on the road.
It's a pothole.
I'm walking down the road every day and I fell for a hole.
Oh, you're a hole. See, a lot of people from Sheffield call it an oil.
Oil.
It's an oil.
Yeah, that's quite broad, isn't it? Oil. Michael McIntyre at best. You tin, tin, tin. What's that mean? It isn't in the tin. Tin, tin, tin.
That's right.
Have you seen my keys? Tin, tin, tin.
Tintin.
It's the gin or jitty argument all over again.
No, it's a general.
It's a general.
It's a general. It's neither of them. It's a bread cake, nothing else. It's a general, not a jitty or a ginnel. I used to run a pub a few doors down from where my shop is, and it was constant, this argument. It must have been at least once a week. Everything that would come out. And the best thing of that sort of translating, I used to do event security, and we were in Cornwall, and we were getting a chippy, and I said to this lad, can I have 2 fish and chips, please? Yeah. Oh, do you want a bread cake? And have 2 bread cakes as well. And this young lad person, she must have only been 16, just went completely froze. So I'm like, bat, bomb, cob. I must have listened about 8. And eventually she went, oh yeah, and carried on. But she must have been froze for about a minute. I think it took 8 before she finally clicked onto what it was.
So we're coming up to the first hour. Are we going to have a bit of news first?
We can do.
Yeah, we'll have a bit of news and then we'll have our main topic.
There's not much this week, so roll that bumper.
Bumper coming up now.
Yo, I do like me bumper.
Gotta have your bumper.
No, too right. Must have me bumper.
I noticed that the bumper was mentioned on your show. That Mark's got a bumper for every occasion.
Well, Mick's got a bumper for every occasion. Right. So.
Oh, you want your own bumper as well?
No, because we go out before watershed, and what needs to be put on the bumper for me? No. Right, so Brexit has been and gone. We're still in the trade talks. But it would appear that Europe is starting to harden its stance on vaping. So Germany's Federal Drug Commissioner could be about to get tough on all things vape as the European war on vaping intensifies. Daniela Ludwig is fiercely anti-vaping. And Germany takes up its 6 months presidency of the EU. Advocates are twitching. Basically, Ludwig is keen to see heavy taxes on vape products, as well as restricting flavours within Germany, which really surprised me, given the amount of vapors there are in Germany and the fact they're big tanks, etc. You know, that could completely change the playing field in Germany.
I mean, Germany, you'd have thought would have been well up for leaving TPD alone, but not now.
Well, you think so, wouldn't you?
Not now.
We are seeing more Euro politicians wanting to make a name for themselves on the back of vaping.
Yeah.
So, is this the case?
See, the thing is, though, I mean, what's going to happen now? They're going to have to start rallying now.
Oh, ETHRA is a must at the minute.
They really are going to have to. If you're in the EU watching the show, you really need to start writing letters to your MPs and that lot.
Well, I'm not being funny. I think we still need to be a bit twitchy and off.
I messaged Mark and little bro the other day about the Vaping Alliance, as I call it. And I really do think this is a perfect time to start something. And the reason for the Vaping Alliance, which I haven't even started yet, is you've got New Tobacco Alliance, is it called?
NNA.
New Nicotine Alliance.
New Nicotine Alliance.
That's supposed to be for alternatives to smoking. But they don't seem to do much, to be fair. Everything that's happened, we have the odd statement and stuff, but there's nothing forcibly through. And obviously there's many different substitutes to nicotine other than cigarettes. So I think we need a very strong force or alliance with the vaping. So when something comes along, there's a group of people ready to go, actually, we're against this. So these people can then start getting shops involved, you know what I mean, and fully bring the community together in more of a political stance, rather than just a group of people having to prepare up for it before the army comes back.
Now, it's an interesting point, because, I mean, had America done that prior to all the grief over there, would they be in the same position they are now?
Exactly.
So, worth having a think about.
Because let's face it, they'll be writing up the white paper and everything, won't they? So it needs to be done before that.
The only reason I haven't moved on it yet is because obviously it has to be a charity, and the amount of work and the amount of effort that I have to go into it is unbelievable. As I constantly say, I am absolutely pulled out when it comes to time. So that was the idea. That's why I messaged Mark and Little Bro. The idea was to get it started and then invite other people in, so that no one has to do more than a couple hours work a week on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then it's still the hobby type thing. It's not a full-time job for anybody. Nobody needs an income off it. If it wants to build funds, it can. But I mean, it's just its own little entity that's got a big council of people running it rather than just one person that's quit the job to run it type thing. I think it could work.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Even if it's just building a database of people that's willing to participate, it's still better than not having any preparation at all, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, even if it's helping to write letters to MPs and things like that, and so like who to write to and things like that, I think that would be a good idea as well.
Well, that's generally how things like that work. You generally got, if you ever join any petition thing like the Article 34 stuff for Europe, you go on that website and all you have to do is put your email in. And they send the emails templates on display, but you put your email in and your name in, then press send, and it sends it as if it's from your email to that to a list of politicians with that email on it. So you don't even have to go through the effort of signing into your inbox and writing it up or copy and paste it. You literally just give your authority, give you permission to send it, and it sends it on your behalf. So that's what that sort of stuff's there for.
Yeah. On my website, we've got all kind of like what that's going off, who to write to on your MPs as well. We've got that one. We've also got links to obviously the NNA and the Americas as well. So we've been doing that for quite some time, haven't we, Steve?
Oh, yes.
So
I'll start a website tomorrow.
Pardon?
I'll start a website tomorrow, sorry. You talked me into it, fine.
I think it's a good idea. I mean, especially if we can get to our European brothers as well, to encourage them to start the ball rolling to get a voice.
Well, it could quite easily have a knock-on effect. If people see us doing it, then they'll go, that's a good idea, we'll do it. And if every country has got an alliance and every country's got it legalised, then every country's going to be stronger.
Yeah.
If every country's got it banned apart from us, we're in quite a weak position to argue as kids.
Well, Denmark's looking at problems. Netherlands are already facing problems. Germany, it looks like the rot's starting to set in. And once it hits Germany, then it's definitely going to be spread into other countries in Europe. Yeah. I mean, ETHRA have said regarding this issue that they're disappointed Miss Ludwig wishes to see failed policies from Germany transferred to the EU as a whole, which is quite strong from ETHRA. Regulation of vaping under the current EU tobacco, well, TPD, is not perfect, but may just be acceptable. We should be seeking to improve the regulation we have by liberalising in some areas, true, not imposing more restrictions which can only protect cigarette trade. The taxation of vaping products would deter millions of smokers from trying out safer products. Banning or restricting flavours, which doesn't work, and it's been proved scientifically, will take away a major factor in the appeal of vaping as a substitute for tobacco. And banning advertising will make vastly safer products invisible to the people who need them most.
Now that's interesting, because if you try and buy an advertisement for your vaping YouTube channel or your vaping Facebook page or your vaping shop, pretty much no one will accept it. None of the big online websites accept it. Facebook don't, Instagram don't, YouTube don't. You still class it as tobacco. So banning the advertising is not going to make a big impact anyway.
No.
Yeah, I mean, let's be right. You've got 888 out on buses and all the rest of it. There's not suddenly been a mass increase in people vaping 888 products, has there?
No.
You know, come on. We're still grown-ups, you know. We have opinions. You're not swayed by advertising.
No, but I mean, it's like in Scotland, they were having advertisements in the cinemas, weren't there? And there was an uproar about that one.
Well, because only uproar I'd be kicking up is I can't have a vape in cinema.
I mean, prior to the COVID, it was going ahead in Scotland that there was going to ban advertisements, weren't there? So obviously,
they weren't happy about the Juul ones. Definitely not.
No, it was Juul and who else was it? Juul's and was it Vic? Vic?
Could be.
Something like that.
That rings a bell. I remember the Juul one specifically because it was almost like it looked, you know, the life insurance ads where you've got the geezer just sat on bench giving it, you know, I'm protected. Well, the Juul one was basically, it was very cleverly worded, but what it was inferring was, I'm going to live longer because of Juul.
That's it, Simon. Thank you, Vibe. I mean, obviously, I know we're restricted with with advertising anyway. But if it was doing the health side of it, so it was from the government's NHS, I think they should be up a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, if more people took the official standpoint that the NHS have taken, it's not perfect, but it's better than most countries.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah. I mean, Ethra very nicely round off this press release by saying, what Miss Ludwig should be doing is engaging with the people who use the products instead of pronouncing from an ideological position. How American does that sound?
Very. Well, saying that, it sounds like Europe is actually going the American way.
Yeah, but let's be right. America catches a cold and Europe sneezes. Come on. You know.
So, it's going to go that way. I mean, I was hoping, that the logical step was basically leave the TPD alone. Hopefully they got rid of the 2 mil tanks for us and but no, it looks like they're going to go the other way. Now, the other way could be even worse, where you saw like it's internal batteries only, and virtually pod systems.
Oh, no.
No. Are we not only at pod systems now, anyway?
Ali, what are you saying, son?
Hail no to the pod system.
Say yes to the brick.
Say yes to the brick.
If they don't like your vaping, stick it in a sock, swing it round your head and clobber them.
Vaping with Vic? All right, buddy. Yeah, Vic, that's what we've just been saying. They need to be starting now. Yeah. As in literally now.
See, Vic could be a good person to start. Yeah, Vic, instead of me starting, you start the Vaping Alliance. Yeah. You've got a much bigger following than I have.
But yeah, I think...
Ran.
Yeah, well, especially the Europeans, they definitely need to start doing stuff, writing to their MPs, maybe setting up rallies and things like that.
Well, until these talks are signed, sealed and delivered, effectively, and I think Vic will agree, what you're most likely to see from the British government is they will go along with Europe.
Yeah.
They're not going to change any existing legislation because it's too much hard work. Then you've got the issue of the borders, you've got the issues of imports, etc. It's easier to go with the European model on vaping than it is to head off in our own direction. So,
well, I think they're going to have a bit of a battle if they're going to follow suit with Europe. I really do.
Well, it'll be interesting. Like things aren't messed up enough already.
Well, let's face it. I mean, they definitely, especially in Europe, they definitely need to start making their voices known.
Oh,
because that's even before the white paper goes in and things like that. It really wants to be, look, we want to vape, and this is how we want to vape. And it really wants to be done.
Coming from Germany, this is the last direction I expected it to pop up from. And
let's face it, if Germany farts, the whole of Europe does.
Oh, yes. So, on that note, moving away from the serious, let's move on to this cheeky chappy over my shoulder. Bless him. That side, Stephen. Yes, him. This newly unemployed gentleman created a bit of a hoo-ha. He's a bad man. Yes, he is. He's a very bad man. And he made me titter. Titter, nay chuckle, he did. Bless him.
Reverend.
This young chap worked at B&M. And he got bored. And he decided he was going to make a TikTok. That's a good idea, you think? Well, he might have pushed it just a little bit too far. Utilising the store's tannoy system, he made the following announcement. This is the customer announcement. Please could the owner of the white BMW number plate NE14ABJ, NE14ABJ, please come to the front store. You've left your lights on. Unfortunately, the management has said B&M store were not happy. And he ultimately found himself on the dole. However, his TikTok video has been viewed almost 700,000 times and received 65,500 likes and hundreds of comments. Many users found the prank hilarious, with one person saying, "I'm creasing." A second person added, "Love how you're holding on to that laugh for dear life." And "Where's your boss's sense of humour?" commented a third, but a number of people didn't quite understand the joke. "Can someone explain before I lose my mind?" Another one added, "Run into the comment section because I don't understand." And a third also said, "The blonde in me really came out today." Well, fair enough. Okay, the blonde in her came out. If she'd like a bit of ball, send an email too. So bless him. Bless him indeed. What
Poor
can I
lad.
say? Ollie, I salute you, sir. The world needs more of these smutty announcements. So that's it. That is the news.
That is the news, that is. Oh, good stuff. Oh, good stuff. Right, main topic time then.
Sorry, no one's not. Yeah, someone explain, please. What? 700 likes. Oh, I missed him. He snuck in the back door. The saint of sin, the lord of lewdness, the god of the gutter is with us. Sinner!
So, this week we have returned here in England. Back to work. Our vape shops are now open.
Yay!
Yes. So, Holly, how are you finding your first week back?
Right busy. No, I'm
I'm
fairly
flat
quiet.
out. I'm stopped.
Ain't knackered.
Think of retiring next week. Yeah, very, very quiet.
Yeah.
It's not been dead, but it has been quiet. My theory on that is purely an old chap came in this week that comes in. He's doing really well, by the way. I'll give him a shout out if he's not watching. He's in his 60s and he's just done his first 6 month off cigarettes, so well done. But he had to resort to buying online. He's a very loyal customer, so he's come back in. But you see, only problem is when everyone has to resort to online, you're not going to buy one bottle, are you? So you're going to stock up big. If you stocked up big 2 weeks ago, you're not going to have anyone in. So I've got a feeling that it's going to be quiet for next week or two. And it should gradually pick back up again. How's your week been?
I would say about the same. We were busy Monday. We had a fair few in on Monday, but then for the rest of the week, it's been dribs and drabs. We've not had any major big sales or anything like that. It's been sort of like a coil and juice type of scenario. So yeah, we've been a lot quiet, but I have noticed, especially in Retford, there's not many people about. And I know obviously we've had a bad day today with weather absolutely silent it down, but over the last couple of days, you've just noticed that the footfall is not there.
You see, there's another side to look at it as well. The Chancellor and the media are massively pushing that there's going to be a recession. And the worst thing you can do before a recession is announce there's going to be a recession.
Yeah.
To get out of a recession, you need everyone to spend. During a recession, no one spends. so everyone will stop spending. I personally don't think there will be one because obviously if you look at IKEA and Q's they got when they first opened. But if everyone thinks there's going to be a recession, they're not going to be buying any mods just because they want to and treat themselves. They hold on to their money a little bit more. So that could be another reason.
I also think that the vape shops unfortunately missed the opportunity when the ban for menthol cigarettes came in.
Yeah.
I think we missed that. We really did miss that opportunity because it was
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah, I know. If they knew, I mean, obviously, but I think we could have helped a lot of people that way. But obviously, what we was being short, we probably missed out. But fingers crossed, hopefully, that these people will start coming in. But I think it's going to be a slow recovery. I really do. I think because obviously, what with people for the last 3 months only being able to either buy it from the local supermarket or things like that, and the rest of the time they've only been buying online and that's it. I think going in back to the actual vape shops is going to be a slow recovery.
Have you ever noticed supermarkets don't sell e-liquid fairly? It's same as all big tobacco brands. I am so against big tobacco vape brands, so against. I don't mind if other people aren't, but I am. And I do generally believe that they're in a mass conspiracy to destroy the vape industry from inside. And although that sounds ridiculous, they've spent that much money lobbying for tobacco before. The amount of money we've spent in the vape industry and the amount of money we're getting out of it wouldn't really make a big deal to them. But if you next time you're in Sainsbury's or whatever, go online, have a look. All the big tobacco brands don't sell closed pods. They don't sell closed pods with nicotine any lower than 9. So I kind of think, well, that's a bit dodgy to start with. But then if you look at stuff like Dinner Lady that they sell, because they do sell 1 or 2 actual vaping brands as well, and even they don't go down. And I kind of agree, well, mate, if you want them to quit people smoking and quit people vaping and get off the nicotine, you need that incremental dropping.
Yeah, of course you do.
Because that works wonders. The woman that owns an hairdresser next door to my shop, she's been vaping for a long time, smoking and vaping. And I said to her, you're doing it wrong, come here, we'll sort you out. And 9 months later, she's gone down from being on 18 milligram and smoking. 9 months on, she's down to 3 milligram. And she's only got a little pen thing. But that massive drop, that wouldn't have happened because no one were gaining the information of how to and when to and blah, blah, blah. The supermarkets don't. And like I said, they don't even sell the nicotine in stages for you to do that. Unless you reach to 9. That's a fairly big drop in it, 9 till 0.
Stephen Harris. That's awesome, that. Do you want to read that one, Steve?
Yes, evening, guys. I've had my vape shop back open since Monday now, and I've had 2 mental smokers come to me for help to make the change.
That's brilliant news, that. Oh, well chuffed. At least it is actually happening. I think once...
Going back to what you said about footfall in Retford, I was off on Monday following the late to beddy buys because of that Bill bloke. And by God, town were rammed. There was people everywhere. I mean, the local Sports Direct had just opened up again. And because they were doing a 50% off on the first day, there were a 2-3 hour queue outside.
I know Primark was having big queues as well, weren't they, on Monday?
Oh, God, there was bloodshed.
Absolutely, yeah, man. So that's probably the reason why we were busy on Monday. But Tuesday, there was hardly anybody in town. And obviously, I wasn't working on Wednesday, but today, nothing. Very, very quiet.
Oh, there you go. Jenny's just said we've only had 1 mental switch. He's been dual using with supermarket products until the vape shops opened again.
We've had a few of the regulars come back in and sort of like stocked up on the usual, weekly supply. We've had quite a few of them, but we've had a lot of sort of like a juice and a coil. Hell of a lot. What's yours been like, Harley?
In regards to menthol?
What people have been buying?
Well, I don't know if I should say it. But yeah, I'm going to say it because I didn't actually break any rules. I did make 2 sales the weekend before we were allowed to open. Because before them, it says on Google, you're open, are you open? I said, no, what do you want? and one person had lost their kit,
Mm.
so I went down and give them Geek Vape X, Aegis X. Then I don't know if it was the morning, day before, or that morning, somebody bought a Geek Vape Legend just mod because their mod had broke. Then Tuesday were a bit of liquid, and I think my biggest sale were £50 CBD thing. And then today we're just pretty much just liquid, I think, some coils. But it's just little sales, which I don't mind, to be fair. I don't care what you buy as long as you buy it. But yeah, it is very tight down. But I do think it always happens. In my shop, I always have up, down, up, down. There's no even keel. There's no predictability whatsoever. But whenever you have a good week, if it's not the week after it's quiet, there is a very quiet week coming. And it's generally because that good week everyone stocked up for whatever reason. And that reason might just be the fact that I stocked in some different juices and they all went, oh, I want one of them, one of them, one of them, one of them. I don't stock a lot of one. I only buy 5 or 10 bottles of one. So chances are if there's a good juice, it'll be gone within a day. So people do tend to go like that. Instead of saying I'll have it next week, they go, I'll have it now. So my shop does seem to go very like that.
So it's kind of like steak and chips one week, pot noodle next.
Yeah.
So obviously being a shop owner, and I know we're talking very early in the stages of reopening, where do you see, or would you like to make a prediction of how vape shops are going to be within the next 3 months?
Wow. You could have sent me that question yesterday to think of that.
Well, we'll put it this way. As a vape shop owner, what is your prediction for the rest of the year?
Like I've just said, I don't know what's happening tomorrow, never mind the rest of the year. I think it'll pick up. I'm always amazed at how many people are willing to buy juice online because I am so damn picky. So it does amaze me how many people buy juice online. I think it'll pick up. I think it'll be the same. Ever since 6-week holidays to January, it was quieter anyway. And a lot of the shops around me were saying the same. And a lot of people were saying it's the American media or what's happening in America that's pushing it. And I don't think it worked, because in the height of the America's scare tactics, I was selling. I was getting people in that were first-time vapors off. I think that week I had more first-time vapors than I did any other time in the last 13 months. But I think it'll return. I think there'll always be a place, just because people don't watch vape reviews. If you look at how many subscribers there is as a whole, and then you think of how many vapors there is, not everyone watches vape reviews, and not everyone's bothered about watching vape reviews.
Yeah, a lot of
the shop and be advised.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'd never watched reviews before I started doing them.
Oh, yeah, I mean, let's face it, the people that watch vape reviews are the minority, really. I mean, the majority of people that vape that I know of, they are sort of like, they've just changed the brand. Best way of explaining it is as simple as that. They come in, they'll buy a bottle of juice, rip round, get a paper, and then go to work. We get a lot of that kind of footfall. So, yeah, I mean, there's lots of people that's not interested in reviews.
In my shop, there's the premium thing, which is like arched, and there's a drilled hole in front of every bottle. And then on the next one, it's a glass counter, but then there's a plank of wood that's got a drilled hole in front of every one. Now, I don't do it anymore because it was a lot of upkeep for a shop that's not the busiest. So I don't do it anymore, but it used to have the Lucid, or is it Lumi, Geek Vape disposable tanks for every flavour. So you could come in, put a disposable drip tip in, a bit like an Expo. And that worked well, but like I said, for 50 juices, you've got to have a lot of people coming in and testing every juice for it to be valid. And you found you were throwing tanks away without even emptying it once. So that went out the window, but what I still do is there's still one bottle of everything on front of the counter. And people can open it and smell it without having to. What I've done now is I've put paper strips. I did this before lockdown. I've got paper strips. So if you don't want to put your face near a bottle, and I ask you not to, but I don't enforce it. If you don't want to put your face near a bottle, just drop it on the paper, and then you can sniff the liquid rather than sniffing the bottle.
Yeah.
Just for the coronavirus thing, because obviously you don't want people, the next person coming in, it's not good. And I think that's essential. And I know I'm verging on to the later question, but I think it's pretty much the same as any industry of the vast majority of people, even if you don't want to buy it in store, you want to see it, feel it, smell it before you get it. Because I really don't want to buy things offline. I think I've only ever bought one top offline. You know what I mean? I don't buy clothes and stuff offline.
Me personally, I find it's a personal thing as well. I mean, especially if you're buying a mod. Yes, I have bought loads of mods and like online. I have done it. But me, I'd rather actually have a look at it, hold it, feel it before I buy it. I think it's that tactile thing.
I was saying to someone the other day on one of these shows, I upset someone at Vapor Expo last year. Sorry. He had his setup with his mech mods and his drippers and stuff, and I went, oh, that's nice. Can I have a look? So I got it out, and then I went, can I have a... He went, yeah. So I went down and went, nah, I'm all right. And he went, what, you don't want it? I said, no, it's shit. He walked off. He was really, really not impressed. But I just put my mouth on it and walked off. But to me, before I buy any sort of rebuildable, I want to know what the airflow... Same as any tank. I like lots of airflow. So I'm not going to buy any tank or any rebuildable without knowing what the airflow is like. And okay, a lot of time it can change when you put your collars and stuff. But I'm not putting any money down until I've had that pull feel. But he was really not... He looked at me in such disgust.
I still say... So best one, I was with our Aiden at one expo, and they had some mech mods, and they had all jewels in them and all that lot. And there's me, I walks up to it, starts stripping. First thing I want to know on any mech is what the switch is like. So I'm stripping this down and opening up, and this little Chinese bloke, so like that with me. I thought, oh, this is all right, then put it back together again. And it did look absolutely amazing, all engraved, and he had jewels in it. And I turned around to him, I says, so how much is this one then? Oh yeah, it was only £1,500. So like, put it back. 1,500 quid, no. Right, we are coming up to the time for the SoulOhm bottom draw.
Indeed, we are.
I haven't made a bumper yet. So, Stevie baby, are you going to tell me?
Yes, we have.
While Stevie's doing that, I will put up shall we call them rules? The T's and C's.
T's and C's. So we have the Magnum 8, which comes in a very, very, very fetching, invisible blue. Yes, it's invisible. Yes. I don't know if you can... Yes, there we are. So it's a sort of paint spatter effect in 2 shades of blue. It's very nice. It's lovely. We've got the Palo kit in a very fetching, saucy red. And finally, just as a bit of a bonus, we've got the mini fit. Nice little pocket friendly. If you've got somebody that wants to come off the stinkies, probably a good idea. There we are.
Thank you very much.
Oh, we've missed the hand of Jan.
We've missed the hand of Jan. So if you would like to win all them, all you have to do is type in Vape Mill.
Yes.
Simple as that. Vape Mill.
Irish. Behave. Jesus.
And while everyone's typing in Vape Mill, I'll let you carry on, Steve, and ask Harley some more questions.
So, Harley, you like an airy tank? What's your favourite type of mod then?
Favourite type of mod? See, I really screwed this question up on the day when I said we're all same. My favourite type of tank. I like battery. The question I was asked is if you're on a desert island, and you said, well, what about your mod then? I kind of went, as long as I've got battery, I don't really care. I'm not a fan of functions. I don't care much for temperature control. I just want pure output. And I showed my party trick as well. I can pretty much put any coil, not a stock coil, but any rebuildable coil up to 300 watt and just go for it. If the model let me, obviously, ohms low and all. So pretty much any mod. At the minute, I'm on the Legend purely because I am fed up to high hell of mods breaking on me and battling covered. Because I had the Smock G-Proof 3, but for some reason without dropping it or anything, I've only had it. I reviewed it about 3-4 months ago, and the connection plate came loose, and screwing it back in, and feds just weren't having it. And that was like the 4th one I've had this year already, so I thought I'm just keeping that. It'll do. So when it comes to mods, I'm looking for power and battery length. It's not so much power. For example, at the minute I've got 0.15 and mid to 110 watt, 115 watts. It's not so much I want power. Power's a bonus, but for me, I'm looking more for the length of battery. But my longest lasting mod was the Wismec RX, the proper one where the back came off, not the one with the bottom door because they're crap and don't last. The one with a magnetic back door. That lasted me for so long, and it was free cell. So that's my dream mod. But after sort of like 6 years or however long, I bought it from roughly when they came out, and it packed up a month ago. That's my dream mod.
Right, this is your last call for shouting out for if you're wanting to win the SoulOhm's bottom drawer. So you've got to type in Vape Mill. So I'm going to be typing in the winner shortly.
And a big huggles to Julie, who's just come in. Julie!
Sorely missed you. It's been absolutely ages since we've seen you. Hope you're all right.
I'm sure you're not in bed now.
Well, no. She can't be in bed now. Definitely not.
I am. This green screen is great.
I've always wanted to ask you this. What is your green screen? What is that?
That's my shop.
It's your shop?
I haven't been doing it because my shop's been short, obviously. But I usually do write my review or do my write-up for my review. I don't script them. So I blow all my specs and all my key features to talk about. And then I'll turn up to my shop on Tuesday morning. As soon as I walk in the door, camera set up, lights on, and then do the review. That's why, as you can see, this actual is a screenshot from one of my video cutouts. It was the podding, and the podding broke while I was reviewing it. So the beginning of the video, I had a call with the guy from Minikin saying, well, it didn't work. And that's why the screen's still off, because it's usually the first thing I do, film the video, then I sit in the corner, waiting for customers to come in, editing it. So that's what it is, it's my shop. Like I say, the reason for it being my shop is that's usually the backdrop as I do reviews. Right,
we're going to slap it in. Winner, there we go. Let's hopefully Nightbot works.
Winner, chicken dinner. No, it's definitely Vape Mill.
Julie's just up from a nap. I do hope those knobs are well polished.
Come on, Nightbot.
Come on, Nightbot. Don't let us down this week, Nightbot.
Nightbot, do not let us down. I will type it in again.
You know it's going to come out with about 4 different winners now, don't you?
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Come on, Nightbot.
This is worrying.
It is very worrying. Computer says no.
I thought this was a professional show.
Well, I can only go on with the Nightbot.
Everything I took.
I'll see Nightbot all night.
Yeah. So, right. I saw it right at the beginning. So obviously Nightbot's playing up. So how are we going to do this randomised one?
This is going to be interesting.
Hello, little bro. I ain't got a clue how to pull up Nightbot. Do.
Right.
Does Nightbot say no?
Tomorrow night, but
Yeah, Nightbot does.
Right. I'm going to ask you for a number between 1 and 30. Guys in casters, check the chat. That is the number. Yeah?
yep.
Yep.
Sorted. Right. On your way. Number between 1 and 40. And we've already had 2 very close.
I like this one. I think this is better than the... Ooh.
Give me butterflies.
He's getting close.
There's been one too close.
Gordon Bennett, slow it down, guys.
No, keep on going. I'll enjoy
There
that.
we go, Jenny.
Yeah.
We have a winner.
Didn't Jenny Sim win Little Bros last night as well? She's good at this guessing game.
Oh, that's,
Oh no,
that's
that weren't guessing game, was it? My bad.
Jenny Sin is correct with 25.
Awesome.
And just to prove, darlings,
You've
and
gone,
you
you've
can't
disappeared.
see-
Can't see you at all.
Yeah, hold on. Give me
What is this wizardry?
just to prove.
Yeah, there you go.
So there we go.
Jenny, congratulations. All you have to do is send your details to mark@soulomreviews.com and then obviously we'll get it shipped over. Obviously, you've read the... before you went
those
to...
who entered and didn't guess correctly, here's what you could have won.
Thank you. I can leave happy now.
Yeah, I've got to admit, Nightbot hasn't been playing very well at all, has it?
No.
So I can take that down now. So big congratulations, Jenny. Oh,
Hold on. That's got to be the first time a winner's ever said fix.
That's when you know it's a fix.
Oh,
Put
dear.
it in the same parcel as Aiden's. No. You paid for postage. You agreed to it. You started.
You'll put it in the same parcel as Aiden's, but you have to pay for postage still.
Oh, bless. Hopefully next week Nightbot will be sorted. Because next week we will be doing another SoulOhm's bottom drawer. So checking next week's out as well. Right, guys. We've come past the half hour. We've got about 10 minutes left. Is there anything you'd like to ask our guest, Stevie, before we disappear?
Let's think. Well. If you could do anything on the channel, yeah, what would it be?
Anything on the channel. If money weren't an object, I'd have a vape review show that's good.
We've been trying to do that for about a year now.
Keep
Oh,
bringing up
Tetley's got a
Genie
question
Ball.
for Harley. Tetley, come on, type it up, son.
If I could have any, I do like the adventure. I don't watch them, but I like the idea of the adventure ones. Be it abandoned places or forests or deserts or sounds like a pretty interesting get around type channel.
So, do you not fancy doing like road trip videos, something
Yeah,
like that?
that's what I mean.
He did. He went
all
to
over the world.
Bose.
There you go. Harley, who's your favourite UK reviewer? You can pick only one. There can be only one.
Damn, no one's ever asked me this question before. I've been going, yes. I don't know. I've been liking Fat Cat Vapor. I liked his layout. But I've done his intro for our show Sunday, and of his late has been using different intro songs, which made it my job really hard. I don't watch how many other people's. I watch the people that I talk to, so Little Bro and Flat Cap and hopefully Skins later on tonight or in the morning. I do try and get around, but like I keep saying, I do stock market, I've run businesses, so it's hard. So I'm just going to stick with Flat Cap because it's easier. I will say for definite, because I have been trying to watch more live shows, and this has got to be my favourite. No offence, Little Bro. Shit, I can't believe I've just said that. But no, I do. I really like this show. It's very, it's got very laid back, chilled out, chilling. It's unstructured structure, you know what I mean? It's just go with the flow, chill out. This is what I said on my Instagram earlier. I've got to get it out of my system because it's a nice chilled out show. I do like it.
Irish, I like that one. If you were stuck on a desert island with two hosts, who would you eat first and why? Is it BFG?
No, you've read that wrong. If you were stuck on a desert island with two hosts, who would you eat first and why is it BFG?
So we're going to start wrapping this one up. What's coming up on Tales this week? It's not. I've just realised what I've just said. No, unfortunately, Tales is not on this Sunday, I'm afraid. I'm having to work. So also it's Father's Day. So yes, we're having the Sunday, well, as the show, the Sunday off, I'm actually working. So there'll be no Tales of the Ohm on Sunday. Sorry about that, guys. But we will be back here next week on Thursday with another special guest. But we're not going to say who. Very special guest, which I'm absolutely awesomely looking forward to. So, Vape Mill, what have you got coming up on your channel?
What do you mean that one's a very special guest? Whoa. You can't say we've got a special guest on tonight. Next week, we've got a very special guest. Make sure you don't miss it.
Yeah.
What the hell's out of that?
All I can say is, Harley, is...
They look better in a dress than you do, mate.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
It's not Little Bro, is it?
No, it's not.
No, we've seen that.
No, bless him. Even though we ought to really get Little Bro on the show, yes.
Yeah, you should.
Should do it.
So coming up, it's my turn. Come on, you're back next week.
So Holly, we're going to give you your plug time now. So plug away, plug your channel and plug your.
We've got the new chat show coming up. Well, no, it's already on. We've got a new chat show, guys. Vaping with, the entire point of Vaping with, bit of a game, talk to people, the person that I'm vaping with, obviously. Always reviewers. It was supposed to be a face-to-face series type thing, but decided because everyone's so far away, we'd just do it over live chat. So that's proving to be a little bit fun. I'm still getting into the routine of things, but this week we've got Flat Cat Vapor Sunday at 6. It's every Sunday at 6, by the way. And like I said earlier, I ain't got a clue what happens in my life, so whatever else, you just have to find out. It's that simple. I am talking to one or two other content producers about doing other things, actually getting out into the world, doing one-on-one competitions or two-on-two competitions, all that type of thing. So there is a lot more entertaining vape-related things to come out. I don't mean entertaining like the current things. It's something brand new, and we're constantly looking for new things, but they're in the pipeline. They're just ideas at the minute, so some good things to come from this one.
Well, the cracking show with Bo. That were an absolute cracker.
Oh, you're not kidding.
My God, you two started chewing fat. So, as I said, I've just put the link up to Vape Mill's channel in chat. Get yourself across there. Have a look at some of them cracking videos. Make sure you check out the one with his daughter.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
It's a cute video, it really is. Get yourself across there. Hit the subscribe. It would be appreciated. You know you want to. A few thumbs up as well.
Oh,
You
that'd
can
be
practice
awesome.
on hours, and then you can get you sent across to Vape Mills.
I won't tease you with a rusty old boat. I'll gear one.
Now there's an offer.
There you go. You can't complain about that one, can you?
Lass might have something to say about that, mate.
We've got to
Bless
sit down
you.
and get loads of inboxes asking for a rusty old boat. When's the giveaway? Come on, we want it.
All you got to do is go up to Huddersfield because there must be 30 or 40 of them floating around Council Estate.
Oh, there must be.
So, you got any reviews coming up this week, Harley?
No, do you know, I've just heard some really awesome stuff. I had the Vupu Drag and Vupu X and S before they came out. So that was a real honour to get them. I think it was the first things I've had before they've come out. I've had things close, but that was the first person to get them up. And then I had the Aegis Max about a week after it launched. Then I was very honoured to get the Vupu, the Geek Vape Boost Plus before it came out. So asking for what's coming is a bit lame because I've just got pod system. But there will be more good things, I'm sure. Please, someone send me something. Come on, please. Yeah.
The Boost you had me giggling on because I think it were the ages you ran car over, weren't it?
Oh,
It's the first time I've seen a review where it says, I had to get players out to bend it back so it wouldn't sit properly.
Did you notice I didn't sound as confident? I'm not used to doing voiceovers, so I go back to that smock node. I'm from Vape Mill.
It would have been best if he just got voiceover, showed the knackered mod and just gone, that's buggered it.
Put it back in, Tim.
Mark, you've got anything coming up this week, mate?
Coming up next week, I've got the Titan and the Mesh.
Ooh.
I know. Yeah, I'm still getting back into this work ethic and all that good stuff. So, yeah.
At least you've got pants on, mate.
Yeah, I've got my shorts on. Right, Harley, would you like to say your goodbyes?
Thank you. It's been an honour. So thank you for having me. Thank you all in chat for putting up with me. Thank you all. It has been a great pleasure, and I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. You are a great laugh, and I look forward to seeing you next week, seeing as you're not on Sunday. Thank you.
Bless you.
Over to you, Steve.
Well, Harley, thank you, mate. What a giggle this one's been. Absolute corker. Chat, thank you as ever. This show's no without you. Brilliant. It's his fault. It's his fault. I don't normally go this Yorkshire. I'm blaming Harley. Jenny, congratulations on the win. It's not a fix. Not. So we'll see you hopefully next week. Sinner, you're a bad man. Irish, behave. And over to Mark.
Guys, thank you so much. Ali, it's been absolutely brilliant having you on. And the door is always open for you to come back on if you want to. You're more than welcome. You're thoroughly... we could talk more. I can see that we could chew the fat for quite some time here, for definite. So thank you so much for coming on as our guest. It's been awesome. Steve, as always, my wonderful co-host, my news guru of wonderfulness, thank you so much as well. And guys in chat, thank you. People watching on the replay, thank you for watching as well. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, it'd be awesome. And we're going to shoot off now, and Vic and the gang are coming up in about 10 minutes time. So
little
we're going to give you a chance to go and make yourself a brew. Get yourself ready, get your vape gear ready for Vic's. So from me, Harley and Steve, bye. Outro. Hashtag flip-flops.
Dirty burger. Bye.
Bye.
Bagum.
It's a bread cake, I'm telling you. Leave your bat